2, 3. Downside. Downside.
You're listening to The Downside.
The Downside.
With Gianmarco Soresi.
I was like, I could take over the world. I was not more focused
what you
or organized at all.
You just were rolling.
Yeah, my girlfriend was like, maybe now you'll clean up the house. And it was like, not at all.
Thank you. Are we rolling yet? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Rolling?
We're certainly rolling on amphetamines.
I have.
Paige, anything?
Is it good? Yeah, you do for me.
My hair? Okay.
All right.
You're so good. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
I asked my producer, can you bring some hairspray? Help me out.
No, I feel like New Yorkers are more prepared. They come with their shit. Angelinos, we are beach bum mentality. We show up like athleisure is a thing here, whereas like, I don't know. I'm like the most Angelino of Angel. Like I will show up looking like I just rolled out of bed because I probably have.
So that's an Angelina thing, like
I
a
just
real
think,
thing.
Yeah, just like bummishness. You know what I mean?
But I think you guys are starting at a baseline higher hotness than New Yorkers
Oh,
are.
100%.
Wait, I don't think it's a naturally hot.
No.
It's an evolution. It's filtered
no,
out.
but
She
this is
had
what
the
I'm saying.
bing bong because we're by the beach. Because we have beach culture makes you hotter. Inherently, we are hotter because we have like it's in the water.
I thought that recently about the beach thing, where I'm like, well, your shirts are off all the time, so you're all like you. But then counterpoint, Florida, the entire state.
Yeah, I'm also going to say I'm currently staying on Venice Boardwalk. Like, my door opens and there is the boardwalk.
Oh.
The porch has glass so that it doesn't block the view of the crazy people on the boardwalk.
Are we recording?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
just adjusting.
Okay, good. We can include all this. I was on.
Yeah.
You're
I'm staying on the boardwalk. The most beautiful women I've ever seen.
Sure.
Some of the ugliest men I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Oh, sure.
Like
The sun.
it seems like the beach is not. There are gorgeous men in Los Angeles.
Right.
They are not at the beach.
They're not at the beach. I'm saying beach influence. Like New Yorkers are hot in a way that's like, I go to the gym and I buy nice clothes and I have my shit together and I'm hot. But out here, if there's a hot guy in LA, it's like, oops, I'm hot.
But I think it's not an
know?
oops. Don't you think it's that like he's like, yeah, I'm just jogging in the sun and so I'm tan and I'm skinny.
100% it's not an oops, but it's the vibe is oops.
Yeah.
But I don't like that. It's a fake. It's an acting vibe. Oops.
Well,
I'll be right back. I
this
gotta go
is
to
tinsel.
Equinox
I gotta go
WeHo
get
for
some
3
fillers.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, everything's fake out here. LA is a culture made up of outsiders. People move here and they think this is how. Have you ever met a native Angelino? They are very humble and down to earth, and they're very.
You are not a native Angelino.
Hell no! I support the culture we brought here.
I was
He's building this
I was at the Equinox in West Hollywood. Way too crowded, and you see people you know. You're like, I don't want. There's
You
certain
mean
people,
celebrities or do you mean
celebrities? Yeah. Like who?
you see?
I can't.
Who did you see at the
You're
Equinox
just you're in
West
you're in the gym and you go into the locker room and locker room is a place I get naked.
What does Paul Rudd's dick look like?
No, Paul, please, Paul. This
Paul
is way
Stud.
beneath Paul Rudd. But I'm in the gym and I'm like, oh, I don't need Brian Jordan Alvarez to see my cock. Like I need to go to a different gym than West Hollywood. Billy Eichner's outside. There was a guy working out with a Trump 2028 hat on, and just the idea of, first of all, wearing a baseball cap in a gym is such a choice, let alone that in the Equinox WeHo. I was like, what do you want?
It's a statement.
I think it's very
do you
clear
want
what
to
he
happen?
wants.
You think so?
I want to do my impression. This is my impression of running into Billy Eichner at the gym. Oh no! Please don't shoot me. Oh, it's just Billy Eichner. Because he's tall. Do you get it?
And you sucked his
And
dick
always
immediately.
hard.
So he's hard.
No, in this fantasy, he assaulted me. I didn't want it. I just turned. And yeah, he was hard. It's me. And also, fuck you. And I could make the same joke about you.
That I'm tall. Oh, that I would assault
that
you.
you're
I don't
always
know.
hard.
Know that you were tall. You were
That's
way
sure.
taller than I thought you would be in real life.
Well, this is the downside. This is a place we complain. Russell, my co-host, he's in Broadway in Titanic right now. Chloe Radcliffe, luckily.
not a real
Yeah,
on the pod.
luckily don't have a Broadway role.
Yeah, we were hoping Is This Thing On would lead to some theatrical work.
Boy, oh fucking boy.
We're here with Brandon Rogers. Brandon, you've been doing stand-ups.
I have to be here with me all the time, and it sucks. You're just going to be here with me for an hour.
But stand-up is like a newer thing that you've been leaning into.
No, it's actually something I used to do, and I've been leaning out of it. I used to do stand-up all the time, and now I do cons because I'm a voice actor, and I think that
You can make a lot more money. You don't have to explain why you do cons. I've heard the con. I saw you. There's a video of him in the cons. The fans, they just walk up and he slaps them.
Well, they don't. I don't just slap them. They paid me $200.
$200 for a slap?
I made.
God damn.
I made about $1,600 in slapping people last weekend. How's that?
How? Why? What? How do I get that?
Why
Can I get
the
that
slapping thing?
I don't know. I just posted it on Instagram as a joke, and people started buying them.
And how? Because I looked at the slaps.
They
Some
were
of them
real,
are-
and there was a wind up to them.
Yeah, I saw. Do you have any technique? Are you trying to avoid the eyes?
I
throat?
pictured my former stepdad. My current stepdad I love, but the first one.
I talk very often how there's not a term for former stepdads. It's the former stepdad's very clunky. I
Yeah.
think there needs to be a word.
Yeah.
I've tried it. I got a lot of trouble
Mm-hmm.
with my stepdad. My stepdad liked it. My ex-stepdad. But okay,
He liked the word. He just didn't like it being directed to him.
yes, that's true.
There's a lot of stepdad porn and stepbrother porn.
Well, to be honest with you, my counter is there's a lot of stepmom porn and stepsister porn. Do you think it's equal?
I guess
Do you
my
think it's
counter
equal?
is, isn't there a lot of porn? I think that this, we sort
There's
of
a lot of porn.
But is the step thing? I wonder if the step thing is known as such
does it
a fetish
occupy more of a
for
proportion.
straight porn. A lot of MILF stuff, step MILF.
Yeah.
Is it as frequent in gay porn? Do you think equal, or do you think it's more?
Oh.
I think. I don't know. I don't watch the MILF. I don't need to see MILFs.
All right, give me a preference: stepdad or stepbrother? Stepdad porn or stepbrother porn?
Oh, brother, I'm not trying to bang. Well, actually, now I'm in the halfway point. Dads could be good too, but
It does
everyone wants
change as
to
you get
fuck their
older.
brother. I
Of
mean,
course.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my taste in men is like, I'm like looking at men with full gray beards, and I'm like, that's hot. Like men who look like they're like, Payless shoes are fine, like.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
That, you get your money's worth, and I'm like,
cost cutters.
Really?
yeah.
Are your parents divorced together? I forget.
Split up. They were never married.
Never married.
Split up when I was a
Do you
baby.
have any step parents?
No.
So
Both of them-
does the idea of the step parent thing is the porn is it confusing? You don't even know how this dynamic works.
Yeah, it's like I never had a step parent. I don't really watch porn. Not because I'm prudish. I guess I have a better imagination than most people.
I just think all that porn needs to be accompanied more with like the consequences. If I slept with my stepmom,
You mean
it's a disaster for the household.
You're cooked.
you want smash cut to 3 days later?
I
to
think
now
every
the
porn should
tension
end with a 3-hour drama, and that's what you get to watch after you've climaxed.
I mean, that's such a strong pitch for a like mini series. Is what is the hour-long drama after various porn setups? Is such a fun. That would.
I'd love that. I feel like I almost said no offense. That would be something you would make.
I want to make that now.
Let's do it.
I want to do something on the North Pole because she's right. Every year Santa Claus does it a little more for me.
Really?
I kind of Well, he's like the ultimate American daddy. You know that visual of Santa was created by Coca-Cola as we know him now. He
didn't
was
know
all
that.
kinds of other brown, twiggy little, like he was like Krampus.
He was like a
before
forest
that.
man.
Like a forest
Yeah.
little daddy.
Yeah.
But now
Okay.
he's a jolly, white, bearded, and
Sure.
Caucasian.
Yes, let's be clear. That's the official stance of this podcast. Santa's Caucasian.
Santa is white.
Santa's white. Jesus is not, but Santa is.
Yeah.
Let's go by history. I don't like, if we talk about porn, it'll go for so long, but I one of the things I hate the most is like during Christmas. The front page of porn is like all Christmas themed porn, and I'm like, I'm Jewish, and I don't need that.
I know what you mean. Everyone does it.
Would you need it if you were Christian?
No, I don't think I need my porn to be themed to the holiday.
To be seasonal?
Yeah, I don't need seasonal porn.
But don't you feel like you put on a MILF gets stuck in the washer, and you can see the summer weather out the windows, and you're looking out your
I'll go
windows and you're
seasonal,
like,
like
it's
weather,
chilly,
but not
you know?
I
holiday.
can't relate to that.
Yeah.
Like if it's St. Patrick's Day, like I don't want to see Irish people have sex. So
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish. So Brandon Rogers, I first I became familiar with your work because for so long on the come up of my social media empire, it was This guy looks like Brandon Rogers. This guy is ripping off Brandon Rogers. This guy sounds like Brandon Rogers.
I am on. I did not know you've never told me this. Also, I'm honored that people think that we look alike.
Well, we both have done Jeff Goldblum's. And
yes, we maybe have.
yes,
Should I?
yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Well,
As you can
actually-
see, is
Pretty
this
good?
thing on? That's how
Pretty
it happened.
good? Yeah, that
She
was
played
my
Jeff
audition.
Goldblum in Is This Thing On?
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome. I don't like Santa porn.
And I do his
No,
lower
no,
half
no.
really well too.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that. Wow, and there's that other guy that does him really well.
Yes. Here we go. Here we go. Who is that? Who
I don't
does it?
know. He does them to him all the time.
Oh, you mean a Matt Friend?
Yes.
That's who you're talking about, Matt Friend, who
I know
I
that.
made jokes about something recently, and then
He's
saw him
like,
at
"Stop
baggage
this,
claim at LAX and said, I'm calling my mom. I can't talk right
my
now.
God. It's too long. It's too much.
I'm gonna do one of the dinosaurs.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought you meant
Pretty
not
good?
to Mama from the animatronic show. Bring back puppets. Anyway, we're talking about Jeff. We're talking about how
You're
you
not
found me-
Jewish, though, right?
Jewish. No, I'm just kidding. I'm nothing. I'm agnostic. How's
No,
that?
stop it.
I was
Are
raised
you
Catholic.
Jewish?
I sucked a lot of dick.
I have all your races here on this sheet.
Let's hear it. I'm Scottish. I'm Irish.
Portuguese, Filipino, Scottish, and Spanish.
I'll show you what part of me is Filipino right now.
What does that mean?
That means I have a small dick. Want to dive into that?
I see. I didn't even know the stereotype. That's how evolved.
Yeah,
I
well, you
am.
don't know Christmas, so fuck off. Look, I'm here to. I want to say something that I've been trying to get to this whole podcast.
Yeah, we've been here for 6 whole minutes, Gianmarco.
Get to it.
Whole minutes with a capital H. Anyway, I want to say we were supposed to be on a podcast a year or two ago,
Yeah, it's okay.
and I was in New York City. And we were going to meet up, and I had the wrong time. And I get a text from you. I woke up to a text from you saying, "Are you coming?" Several texts, and then the amount of
And did you say,
shame
"Yes,
that I
right
felt.
now I am"?
Well, right, I didn't come for a week. The amount of shame that I felt, and I want to say now that we're in person on camera, I hold no animosity to you for it.
Listen, is it
For
the reason
giving me the wrong fucking time. All right, I didn't come for a week.
Oh, I gave you the wrong time.
Well, I remembered the wrong time.
Okay.
And so he doesn't hold that against
Okay.
you, Gianmarco.
Okay. You know what? I'll go back to now.
Oh,
Um.
are they still around?
Oh, you left to.
No, they're.
This is-
Oh, no, they are. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, I thought they were liquidated, but they're still around, huh?
I think they're still around. Yeah.
Fuck them.
Listen, there's too much movement in this industry. Who knows? Fuck no one, as
This
far
is
as I'm
why
concerned.
this is why nobody in LA ever wants to criticize anything, because everything's always going to come back around. But you're not a real LA guy.
I have
You're the brave one.
Oh, thank you. I
You're
also
willing
have
to
no
say
one to
fuck
thank.
those
I'm
people.
scared. I'm scared of no. I have no one to thank. Amazon. No, the show I have on Amazon was already made before that shit got on there. I've never made an audition in my life, so I have no one to. I hope they're. I don't know.
We hope everyone's great.
Do
I wish that you had been less excited about talking to Jelly Roll more than me at the Netflix is a Joke Festival? I don't know if we can use this part.
Did I talk to Jelly Roll?
There was just one person where
Fuck Jelly
Was it
Roll.
skinny jelly roll or fat jelly roll?
Fat Jelly Roll.
Better.
Better?
Yeah.
I guess your new phase. Yeah. Yeah.
Jelly Roll. You don't want to be. You don't think of skinny when you think Jelly Roll. It's
He's
not.
saying if you want it, you could go hook up with Jelly Roll tonight.
Oh, is
you
Jelly
could
Roll a
get
person?
get on that plane to Nashville. You
And
could make
find
it
him.
happen. He loves comedy. All you have to do, any of us could fuck Jelly Roll. All we'd have to do is go up to him and go, "Great set,"
And
and he'd be like, "Wow, no one's ever said that to me
is
before."
it the kind of thing where
He's getting into stand up. He's
Jelly
getting into
Roll.
stand up. Yeah.
and if
it's-
I'm honest with him, I just go up to him and I go, set.
So Jelly Roll
You
used to
did
be
a set.
fat, or is fat now? Used to be skinny.
You don't know what happened to Jelly Roll.
I don't
That's
even
how
know.
detached you are from. You're on social media and you don't know.
I live in a
where
world of
Jelly Roll's
fiction.
at.
Do you see the stuff I make? I live on another fucking planet. All right, I don't
I would
even
say
know
I'm,
my
I'm
own name.
barely online and I know that jelly roll got skinny.
Well, I guess I will kill myself.
Okay.
Jelly Roll.
And you think how skinny you're about to be.
Jelly Roll did Ozempic, lost a lot of weight, and got divorced. It's the
Okay.
new Ozempic divorce.
Yes.
I love all the divorces happening because of Ozempic. It's hurting the food industry and it's helping the divorce lawyer industry in a big way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the classic. I mean, people used to do it the old school way, which was you get hot as you're unhappy in the relationship.
It gives you a ramp. It gives you a
then
ramp to be
gives
like,
you a ramp
uh-oh,
out. Yeah,
she's
yeah.
going to the gym. I better start saying thank you.
Yes. When you see a couple
Yeah.
where you've spent years being like, the fuck are they doing together? What's this mom-son dynamic or whatever it is?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden one of them gets hot, you're like, the clock has just begun ticking.
Yeah.
And now Ozempic, it's fast. You got to be a nice partner the whole fucking relationship.
Yeah, because you get no warning shot. There's no there. You get 3 weeks and they've lost half their weight.
Your parents got divorced when you were 11.
I was How did? Yes, they did.
You give off that energy.
Okay, well, they did, and I made them.
How did they tell you? Because 11, they can tell you.
They just sat me down, and I knew, because you see it in movies. I knew what they were saying. It's like an intervention. Like you walk into a room, and everyone you know is sitting there. You know what's about to happen. I walk in, my parents are sitting there.
You walked
They've
in,
been
you knew
fighting.
they were going to tell you to get off the dope.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the dope.
Yeah. Wait,
No,
you knew from what movies?
I don't know, just movies where they're like, "Mommy and Daddy, we love you. We just It's
Okay.
just like a shtick. It's like you're not the wrong. You're not. I don't care if I was the problem. I just wanted them to figure their shit out and not have me be part of it. And I'm glad they fought so much because I got so much material and I got a taste. My family wasn't really flawed until that moment. Like we didn't really have any major fights or anything.
So was it a
until
surprise?
that divorce? Huh?
Was the divorce a surprise?
Not
then?
really. They kind of were. Actually, yeah, I was surprised because at that, divorces weren't that common, especially like when this was in 97, 98, around then.
We're pretty much the same age, which was great.
Oh, well, damn. I knew there was and we have the same handwriting, and you too.
Your hands are fucking gigantic.
I know.
Can I see?
Oh my God.
It's
Jesus Christ.
I have clown feet, and you have to have clown hands. But I got a clown cock, and that is not pretty.
That was one of the things when you were, and then they would be like, first they said it's big feet, big meat. And then there's one point they said it's this. This
What
is the
the-
size.
And
Who's they?
E-Bombs World, something, Reddit, I don't know.
my take is it's not, you can't determine size, but it is a matched set. You can determine shape. I will say, like, based on your hands, I know exactly what your dick looks like.
Yeah, like
and look at
the
and look at the
silhouette
way
it
look at the turn that finger makes.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
You
down
know.
there. You know.
There's something going on in the middle of that shaft. I'm not going to tell you. It's not what you think, but it is
No,
not what
straighten
you
your.
hope.
I'm saying put your like it's how they. Yeah, it's that.
Oh yeah.
This is worse than palm reading. This is.
I'm just saying that it's like a fork spoon knife situation.
Okay, so tell me. I'll tell you. Yes.
Look at it.
Okay, what do
Look
you
at
need to
them.
see?
I'm just saying
I'm
that
scared. I feel naked
we
now.
know
Like, cover my
we know
hands.
what your dicks look like, but we already know. We've known forever. We know we look at your hands.
Can you tell circumcised?
Yeah, of course. Look at how your fingers sort of narrow at the end. I
What
know
does that mean?
That means
narrow.
no
narrow. That
foreskin.
means really thick. Okay.
Those hands are given cut.
Are you circumcised?
Am I circumcised?
Yeah.
I'm a very proud size. I have never confirmed if I'm circumcised or not to my fan base, but I will say this: I know for a fact it's a fun game. If anyone is on, if you just pinch and let your urine flow, it becomes a balloon in the shower, of course, and you let it go and let it go all over the
uncircumcised,
place.
That's so cool.
I didn't say anything about. I just say your hands are giving cut.
How? Okay.
What are your hands giving?
You know what they give.
Yeah, I actually
You
do
just
know.
got given.
Yeah, I actually do.
Have you seen any of Brandon's work?
No.
Okay, that's
That's
fine.
good 'cause I do fisting porn, so he's very familiar.
Well, you've never been nude in any of your work?
I have been nude in a lot of my work, and you've been nude a lot lately. I've been seeing your Instagram.
But not full nude. I wish I would admire
You
myself
think my
more.
eyes can't connect the dots? I've seen the hands.
Yeah.
Have you ever been nude in any of your work? You have.
And one time, there was one frame that didn't get pixelated, and the tip of my dick, my soft dick, fell out, and someone screenshotted it. And this is how I found out. People were leaving comments, links in the comments to where they would just crop that out, blow it up, and it was like the image link to that. And I looked at the link, and I'm like, whose dick is that? And then and then people were time stamping it, and I had to. So that was the worst. I've been naked in other videos, but that was the worst one because It was just, and it wasn't a proud. It was like mid flop.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, there's sort of some verve to it. You know, there's some joy to the dick.
Yeah. It certainly
No one
wasn't.
agrees
It
with
certainly
this.
wasn't
Nobody's-
at rest.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So if I were to
You want it in situ.
Yeah. I need to use that.
I don't know if this to describe the work. There's an intensity to it. There
I-
are huge. Just you can tell it. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what?
that
I thought
doesn't shock me.
I thought it was a subtle piano piece.
Yeah.
But like in terms of like sex and talking about shit, piss, cum, blood, you don't shy away from it at all. But at the same time, you've navigated this whole thing under the auspices of these digital companies and their censors, and it's really fascinating. Like. That's why I ask if you've ever been naked in your work, because I'm like, I know they don't let that on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, you've had this freedom as this independent creator. You've been able to, like, really follow your own impulses. But has it been frustrating? It's all under these weird social media rules
which
that
are constantly changing.
constantly changing. When was the golden era for you?
You know what? There are eras that I miss. Just like any artist, you know, your career changes over time into different entities of itself. I would say when there's nothing that beats when I first blew it, like that feeling of like it worked. Because I'd made videos for 10 years at that point. I was working just office
Wow.
jobs, customer service jobs, just you know. And YouTube was the hobby. It was always like, if I don't get famous, whatever. I love making sketches because I'm a filmmaker at heart, and so I would make these like just short. Like there were sketches like Lonely Island or stuff like that. And
Is that something that you saw early on? Because we're again same age. Lonely Island I saw in high school.
I wasn't necessarily like I love what they do, but if we're going to talk about inspiration, I love anything mockumentary, Arrested Development, The Office, Parks and Rec. But I also love John Waters. There was never a marriage between queer absurdity and like mockumentary, fun, upbeat. Like I got the cadence of the comedy these days. Like I get what sells on TV, the rhythm of like what makes a joke land on TV. There was just nothing that was queer coded or
Oscar.
or I know that was the gayest person we had on TV to this date.
It is
I
the
feel
straightest. It is the straightest version of
Right.
a naked show. Yeah.
And then, but also, I also love the like the shock value of the tasteful shock value of people like Tarantino, Sacha Baron Cohen, and I was like, there's a world where all of these art forms meet, and there's a story, and that's like the vessel in which I tell all of my stories through is this sort of like caffeinated John Waters, sort of, and the mockumentary thing was just a great way of masking a low budget because it's supposed to look that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that.
Can I ask a question about like kind of queer and like I think about Borat.
Yeah.
And there's this amazing scene in Borat. I loved it because my ex-stepfather, or
Stepfather
F-word,
one.
who he's very, very like he's one of these. He's so strict.
Yeah.
Grew up in Ohio,
Yeah.
but then you put on like Borat or Anthony Jeselnik, funnily enough, and he like loses his goddamn mind.
Yeah.
And it's the scene in Borat in the first one where it's him and his friend. His
The
larger
fight?
friend, they're naked and
fight,
they're
yeah.
rolling around and they're fully naked.
Yeah.
And in a way, like one could look through it through the lens of like, oh, this is simply leaning on two guys rolling around. However, they're so committed. It's two men rolling
It's
around.
layered. It's layered. That scene is so layered with why it works, and that's what inspired me when I was in that theater. I don't know if you saw Borat when it like first.
I
came
saw it
out.
in theaters. It was such a great.
You
time.
couldn't hear half the jokes because the audience was so viscerally loud at just the laughing at the last one. And when that scene came on, it was deafening. I just remember you couldn't hear a single thing on screen. You're just watching these, and you didn't need to. You're watching two grown men, hairy men fight, and the belly and the balls,
And no second of like there's nothing I hate more than in like a sketch comedy when there's a kiss and it's kind of like a kiss. I'm like,
Right.
fucking
Commit.
do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
don't
To it.
do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just don't do it then.
And
But this was fucking in their dicks slapping each other across
Right.
the face. They were wrestling each other, and that's all that mattered.
And hearing the way it reached people, like you're right, because people who wouldn't normally laugh at that kind of shock value, they saw something in it, and it's because it was just so the genius of how that the architecture of that whole setup.
I do think that what you're describing is that like the thing that touches people is absolute full complete commitment.
Yeah.
And in whatever venue, in whatever scaffolding. I mean, I saw a fucking which Jim Carrey movie is it? Is it Ace Ventura and does he go to Africa? Whatever.
Oh,
It was
wait,
one- it was
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I'm watching him. It happened to be on in a green room, no sound. And just watching his performance versus the other actor's performance, I was like, oh yeah, he's not actually doing anything that's like royally unfamiliar. It's just that he is going one fucking 100%, and what we think is 100% is nowhere fucking close to 100%.
Yeah.
But I think it's like when it comes to things like, for example, if we're going to talk about Sacha Baron Cohen, I mean, I'm not particularly excited about the next Ali G. The idea of seeing a new Ali G movie with no evolution of the characters sounds terrible. But when it comes to like queer art, when you look at Bruno, do you look at Bruno as like, oh, this is queer art, or do you go, this is parodying? Like, this is almost exploiting, one would say.
It's queer adjacent. It's a Venn diagram because it is coming from that inherently rebellious queer, like it's punching in the direction that queer art punches. It's punching toward like patriarchy, and it's punching a lot of it toward like hypermasculinity. But it's not like the jokes aren't ones that you would find necessarily in like a John Waters film or like something that Billy Eichner wrote, or you know, it's the there is just
Can you feel when you're going, oh, this is queerness from a straight perspective?
Yeah, it's
The
ally.
straight
It's
gays?
ally queerness, or it's like
Ally queerness,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, and I it's more apparent when you hear it from the person itself, but also if you see their writing, you could tell like, you know, these jokes weren't necessarily written from a queer perspective, but they are punching in our direction with us, you know, and so. I didn't feel like Bruno punched, but it didn't seem like, obviously it leans into gay stereotypes. So do we. Like it's hard to like make fun or do a gay comedy without making fun of like obvious tropes. And which a lot of them are like tropes that are chosen, like the fan or stuff like that. It's not like, oh, they're making fun of like my physicality or something I can't help, or my my oppression of being gay or whatever like that. So I didn't get. I mean, there were people who were offended by it, but ultimately, I just love him punching up at, you know, powers that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And that movie did a lot of that. And so, especially with hypermasculinity, which I fucking hate, and I have so much against, you know, how it's even more normalized now than ever.
Is it?
It's more
like, isn't it a
celebrated now,
weird?
though.
Celebrate it,
But isn't it the weird version? Like, you know, you see the Andrew Tates of the world, and you go like, this is really feminine in different ways. The Andrew Tate's putting on makeup, like there's just certain ways where it's like, I don't even know what masculinity
but
is
it's not,
anymore.
But I don't think that Andrew Tate's fans are metabolizing, are ingesting that he's putting on makeup, that there is femininity
I
to
know
it.
it's crazy though.
I
It's
don't
crazy
think-
that they're not seeing the shirts and going like,
But I think we have to reckon with the fact that they're not seeing the shirts. Like
Yeah.
we're like
clavicular. They were showing clavicular.
Yeah.
They were showing his
nose job.
His makeup before he went out to the club.
Yeah.
And I go like, well, goddamn, I don't know if you could call this traditional toxic masculinity. This feels like something new.
Sure.
In a way, it feels like a kind of, he's like bitchy in a way that I would associate more stereotypically with queerness. And then he goes out to a club and still hooks up with women.
Well, there's two separate dynamics there. There's the bitchiness, and then there's the actual like putting on makeup, the actual beautification, the actual There's an attitude which is like, I don't know. I think that they can sort of both be subsumed within like his fans watching and being like, this is what a real man is. And the bitchiness can sort of be metabolized as mean, and that's fine. Men can be mean. Men are allowed to be mean.
Yeah.
Without seeming, you know, or whatever. But the makeup is where it's like, how are we not clocking this?
Yeah.
But they aren't. And I attribute that to how mediated Gen Z is. Like how everything is in camera. Everything is what you look like. Everything is as like I watch makeup videos that women are clearly sitting in their house doing full faces of makeup, and I'm like, I know you're not leaving the house. I know that you're not going out. I know you are doing makeup for absolutely no one to see, except their argument is, fuck off, I'm doing makeup for millions of people to see through this screen. And I'm like, you're doing it for literally no one. You're not even going to the grocery store and looking that good.
Yeah.
But it's like, who is seeing, who matter, you know? So it's like, if Clavicular's putting on makeup.
My girlfriend gets really mad at me sometimes when we're going out, and she's like doing a long time to do makeup, and you know my bitchy comment, I go, "Are you looking to pick someone up tonight? Like, let's go." And she's like, for her, she's like, "Fuck you. I'm trying to feel good for strangers, for whatever it is." But like for me, it's like the dynamic. Especially sometimes when I get dressed up, I go, I'm doing this for a purpose, and if not, I don't give a fuck how I
Wait,
look. And I
but
understand it's
wait,
different.
hold on. Are you? I legitimately don't. Are you gay?
I'm straight.
You're straight.
Yeah.
I thought you were a fucking this whole time. I'm so sorry. I legitimately thought. No, it's fake now. I'm the only fucking. What are you?
I'm so straight. I like
Fuck off. I'm two straight
Yeah.
New Yorkers. I am in enemy territory.
it. Yeah.
Holy shit! And all
I
those,
am
all
wearing
these
a,
fuckers
I'm wearing a
at the-
mechanic's outfit. Does that count?
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah. Okay.
So you couldn't tell from the question I was asking that it was from a straight perspective, asking about like queer
Well,
comedy.
no, I'm asking because I've been questioning ever since
have
I
you?
met you. I just go off of your Insta, which talk about like your
But-
online presence, and it's a little fruit loop ba doopy doop. And I know
But
you got a beard,
it's
but
the
that
movement.
doesn't mean.
But it's the movement. We move the same.
I know you're
Yeah.
something.
We
do
I think
this.
that-
Right, exactly.
Looking at your body, I'm like,
Exactly. I
Sexuality-
think that's you're supporting his argument.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're supporting sexuality is a spectrum, and you might be straight, but you are not kissing that end of the. You're not at the wall of that end of the spectrum.
I agree.
I know you. I know at least once in your life a dude has walked by.
What do
You,
to
you,
me?
and you go. I would, and you go. I would probably.
There was a guy. I do it in stand up, but there was a musical theater camp. There was a guy who went down on me. I don't.
Have you talked
claim
about
any
this
extra
before,
points.
or is this the episode?
No. I've talked about it before. And I was flaccid and
Really?
yeah, it was like I don't view it as assault. I was so wasted. I was like blackout.
Yeah.
But I remember he tried. It was basically I went with these guys. It was musical theater camp.
Yeah.
And it was like the last night, and I was 15, so I got like a gallon of vodka, like plastic, and everyone
yeah,
was
yeah.
drinking like crazy.
Wolf's Edge or
And
something.
at the end, it was me, this one guy who was out of the closet, and then another guy who was like he was straight. He had like a partner, but then at some point, it was like everyone had left because I was trying to hook up with a girl, and then
and all the girls
and
were like,
somehow-
we're not hooking up with this
somehow
gay guy.
I look around and I'm like, there's only two guys here. What happened in this room? And there was some chemistry, and the straight guy said to me, "I'm straight, but I can make you feel amazing." And I was so distraught. I was trying to hook up with a girl. I was like, "Sure." I'd never had my dick sucked, so I said, "Sure, someone. I'd love for
first
someone to
time?
suck my dick. First time.
And they've all had to measure up since.
And all I remember is that like he got, I don't know, frustrated or just wasn't into nothing was happening. And then he just scooted over to the gay guy and started going down him, and that's when I blacked out. Like right as they started hooking up.
Oh,
and in the
okay.
morning they were all gone. I was so hungover I couldn't move, and my dad drove to pick me up from New York City.
Oh my God!
So
Went to
that's-
pick up a man. Mm-hmm. Well, that's
Yeah.
He
good.
didn't
well,
come.
No, I mean I was like,
How do you
'cause
know?
I'm
you were
straight.
blacked out. You might have been.
Have you ever gone
come
down
the
on a man?
hardest you ever came? You don't know.
I that would be.
You can't end a story saying I blacked out, but I didn't do anything gay.
Either of them are welcome to reach out. I wonder if either of them have seen it. One is definitely still in showbiz.
Are you kidding me? They could draw a clear
which, the gay
picture of
one or
your
the straight one?
colon. I'm sure they. You can't even. Anyway, okay, so you're straight. That's good. All right. Well, where was? Oh, the reason I brought this up is because you were taught. Don't look at my crossed legs. I see where your eyes are.
The way we move, I'm blown away.
Yeah, but I can because you out the other.
Wait,
What do you
end.
mean you
what
can?
Are you blown away by? You
That
move gay.
His 10-year-old friend.
You move so gay.
No, it's not that just a moving gay, but like we have such. I see why people commented for so long because I just see the way your
I
arms move, and
am
I'm like,
so-
Oh my
I'm like, I
God.
move like this the way you're crossing your legs.
But there's a fine line between how many of my gestures are gay and how many of them are mental illness. A lot of them are mental illness. You might just be a little bit mentally
You're
ill.
shocked about. You're
Are
saying.
we implying queerness? What?
Yeah. It's in the DSM-5.
No, it's in the DSM 2, and then they got rid of being gay for the DSM 3. They modified it. DSM 4, it's gone.
Crazy.
I own all the DSMs.
and a couple DSLs. Look, listen, stop. Don't laugh at that. Everyone just calm down. Just grow up. All right, look.
I think owning the DSM says more about you than anything else you've
It
said.
was more
as
for an
an
aesthetic
entire-
piece. I thought it was interesting to have all the DSMs.
I brought this up because
Let's check the
you
tape.
talk
Why do we
about
bring
your
this up?
girlfriend not wanting. Okay, not even just girls. Anyone who likes to look good when they go out, especially with if they have a significant other, that's like their fucking. How do I put like their sports car or their
It's-
like they're really cool like.
Well,
I
it's
don't know
also
what-
completely different for women. Like women are structured in this society to be consumed and men are structured to consume. That is how society is structured. And that like our value is
I'll tell you what my suspicion is.
uh-huh. Oh yeah, sure. Interrupt the woman
putting on-
as she's explaining
putting on-
sexism. Get in there.
Let me just say, let's hear the male perspective.
Yeah.
I think she's putting it on just in case. I'm not saying she's planning for it, just in case a better option rolls around.
But that's such a your mind and no one else
You don't
mentality.
really- you don't
that's
really
such
think
a
that.
hogger mentality.
No, I'm talking in a deeper way. I'm
But-
talking in a
and
deeper
I'm
evolutionary way. That to me, it's like you have your protector. You're going out into the wild, and maybe there's a bigger animal out
You
there.
are looking at it from the positive perspective because you are threatened by the bigger animal. You are like, what if a bigger animal comes around? I'm not quite as big enough of an
gotta
animal.
be that big.
That's
Look at
we
this.
do not
There's
give a
no
shit.
bigger
Yeah,
animal out there.
It's no,
You just got to make
Please,
yourself be
both
the
hands.
animal big enough to be worthy of what she's putting out there.
What I'm saying is that is not how we think. Are you kidding? My type is ugly men. I'm so sorry. My boyfriend is very handsome, but
my
like
God.
my type. I shouldn't
There's
say
no
this.
way he believes that if that's what you said.
No. That's like my type. No. This is like historic. My boyfriend agrees with this. He is very handsome, but like
I
I've dated like,
know one of your
weird-looking men.
exes. He is not ugly.
He's not ugly.
He is
Weird
not
looking.
ugly.
How would you
Anyway,
know?
what I'm saying
Because
is
there's one I
what
know.
we are looking
I know.
for.
I sucked his dick.
What we are looking for is not. Did you make him come? What we are honestly.
No, we can talk about it later.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I shouldn't talk about him on the podcast. What we are looking for is not necessarily the bigger animal. We are not looking for the positive. For a woman who is like trying to look good going out, it is because when you look bad, the negative implications of looking bad as a woman are so much more severe than the negative implications of looking bad for a man.
I buy it. But
That's-
sometimes
we're
you
looking at-
got to get to fucking dinner.
We're
okay,
looking at the
Tovah?
risk.
Sometimes we got plans and we got to get there on time. When did you start wearing any kind of makeup? What age?
I was a child. I love the idea of putting on makeup. There's a video that I found recently of me 6 years old putting on a wig. I was like 5. I put on a wig. I look in the mirror and you see me transform. Like I'm like, oh, I could be. And it's not just makeup. It's not makeup because it's like, it's
Who had a
shoes,
wig at
it's
your house?
jackets, it's every like it's the ability to transform yourself, and that's what I was always drawn to ever since I was a kid. I found what was it? What did you say?
Who had a wig at your house?
My aunt had a wig for some reason. She still has a beautiful head, and the wig looked just like the hair she had. So I don't know what it was for.
All right.
I don't know what it was for, but I put it on, and I just my posture changed, and it's weird because it was like as early as I can remember. I've always loved the idea of. Because like this is a blank canvas. I really don't get ready as myself for anything. I wear my gym clothes to everywhere I go. I don't take any pride unless I have to go to an event where I have to dress up like a red carpet thing and I have to be a nice version of the canvas. But really I put all my money and everything toward like if you look at my house, I have a little closet for all my stuff and then like this massive way longer 2 closets for all my characters and like a whole like cubby system and everything. And so yeah, I feel like I don't have was that your question? I don't have,
I'm fascinated by it because, like, what's always it's my co-host isn't here, Russell Daniels. He's also straight, but he's currently in Titanic on Broadway, and he plays women a lot on stage, and he loves wigs. He owns so many wigs. When we did sketch comedy,
this is your best friend?
Yeah.
I mean, just the evidence you keep shelling out this whole fucking last hour. You are gayer than a box of crayons.
Please spread the word. It would help me out online. And he is, it's just very interesting because we're both comedians, but the things that we gravitate towards, he is someone who loves wigs. He loves characters.
Yeah.
Where I'm a comic. I'm like, I just want to be me.
You're
be- I
mean
need-
and tight.
But I want to like tell my perspective. And it's
sure.
so interesting when a comedian has such a different thing.
I've never felt like my perspective is a relatable one. I've never felt like people could, I live in such a world of fantasy and fiction. Like none of my characters I really relate
But you still
to.
talk about divorce. I watched the first episode
Yeah.
of forgive me, the show you did with full screen.
Magic Funhouse.
Magic Funhouse.
Yeah.
And you know, there was a section about divorce. And what's so interesting is I want to talk about my parents' divorce. And you're like, I don't want to talk about me. I want to talk about this character talking about divorce. And I'm like, it's kind of the same.
Well, it's cool because you can apply your experience to a character, but then give it bells and whistles of like, but it'd be more interesting if this happened, or if the mom died, or if this, it's taking your own experience and then just modifying it to fit more fun narrative for people.
And I think, like, my experience of doing comedy is I'm like, I want people to see me. I am standing up there and being like, please see me.
Yeah.
And I think that in them seeing me, I think the audience hears something I say and goes, actually, that's so me. Like, they feel seen, right? And when you're talking about doing characters and narrative and wigs and transforming and blah, 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 and that it's not, to me, like, I don't hear you saying, please see me. The audience gets to feel seen in whatever you're creating, but like I don't hear you being like, I need to be known.
No.
It's
I know,
sort of
but we
actually
do
a
see you
hiding.
through
It's
it.
sort of a transfer. It's sort of a don't know me.
well,
Let me show you something else.
Yeah, and I honestly, I've been meeting a lot of other actors who have the same mentality, and it's helped me feel more comfortable in my skin of just not giving a fuck what the canvas is doing or saying or how it's dressing, but putting all of it in the work. And like when I was a kid, I would get excited to show people. I would draw a picture of something and I would give it to a grown up, and I'd be like, "What is it?" And they'd be like, "Oh, you tell me." I'm like, "No, you tell me. I want you to know. I want to know that you can tell what that is that I drew." And that turned into like, read this story. I want you to tell me like if there's any plot holes. Do this. And that was my version. That was me feeling seen, because in my mind, like that story has a part of my soul. Like when I direct a movie or a show or anything or act in it, I feel like I'm putting in a part of me that is very real. And I think if people see it and ingest the art the way I want them to. Like to this day, I still go, "What is that a picture of?" Except I'm showing them a video and I'm like, "Can you tell me explain the plot back to me?" And I want to hear that. I want to hear that.
Who do you
got it.
ask to do that?
Anyone close to me who I work on this show on Amazon, and I'll like send it to some of the writers on that show who I trust their opinion of like a structure of a story. And I'll be like, "Watch this, tell me if it makes sense to you, and can you tell me back what happened?" Oh, my brother, he's like way smarter than I am. I know how he ingests art. I know when he watches something that he's like getting a lot out of it, and so if my stuff doesn't resonate with him, then I know it sucks, And so
he's part of your process.
my brother, oh yeah, 100%. I'm
Well,
working
how
on a
old is
video
he?
game with him right now. He is 4 years younger than me, but he's like 10, 15 years like more advanced than I am.
So do you send your brother like the dailies of you as Dr. Phil with cum over your face and go like, "Tell me, what do you see? What do you see? Because I couldn't see with all the
gotta
cum in
see.
my eyes.
Yeah.
What do you see in this video?"
Hey, I'll send it to him and I'll listen to his reaction on the phone and hear if it's something like that. If I send him a joke, I want to know he laughed at it.
Yeah.
He's not gonna fake laugh at something of mine. But also, my brother loves that kind of humor. He's straight though. He's straight as a fucking board. He's tried guys, I think. Yeah, he's tried guys. Straight.
That is.
Well, so then
By
that
the way,
can't-
that's like contemporaries. Like you don't know if you're straight unless you've been with a couple guys. You have to try it. If you haven't, you don't know.
I made him.
You made him. Good.
All right.
You're like, "Hey, let me introduce you to my
that's
friend Billy Eichner."
I think we just heard a crime admitted.
My brother's a little shorter than me. He must be this tall to meet Billy Eichner. Anyway, sorry. I've never seen his dick.
Your brother's dick or Billy Eichner's?
I have Billy Eichner. I've
We've
seen
all
my
seen
brother's
Billy
cock.
Eichner's dick. If you've been to the West Hollywood Equinox,
Equinox?
we all see Billy Eichner's dick.
Oh my God.
I always, my Russell, he hates when I bring it up, but I always say it's so crazy because we've never seen each other naked.
Is this your Broadway boyfriend?
Yeah, my brother, boyfriend. We've never seen each other naked, and I go to this gym. I see strangers naked.
Yeah.
So what is this Madonna whore complex we have going on here? That because we're close, we can't see each other naked. And he's like, stop talking.
What do you mean you can't see each other naked?
I'm saying we've never.
Yeah.
We will have no.
But what? Are you saying like there are situations where you might see each other naked and then you're like you get protected?
Well, here's what it is. If I was at the gym where I would strip down and change, and
go.
he walked in, I'd be like, I wouldn't strip down, and I think that's crazy. There's no one I'm closer with. That's nuts. That's a broken
nuts.
society.
And you don't think that's chemistry?
What do you mean chemistry? Oh, I can't get it off. I'm too hard. No, it's not. I think it's like I just think that's a moment where you go, oh, logically, there's something about the nudity that doesn't make sense. That someone I'm closer to, I would go, I can't have this person see me naked. But strangers, you can see me?
Well, strangers, it's easy to understand why strangers, it's like, it's just another body. I'm never going to see this person again. That, the body disappears into a sea of bodies. Like that's, in the steam
No,
room
my
in
body
the
stands
Equinox.
out. My body stands out from that sea.
As
Not at the West Hollywood Equinox.
As an
Maybe
animal.
the ones in New York.
Yeah.
Do you feel
Here we go.
with because whether it's cum, shit, poop. I love the video
Shit
of the
and
waiter.
poop.
Shit and poop. I've seen
I
different
think they're
textures
two
in different videos.
Yeah.
Do
I took a
you
poop, I took
feel
a shit? Two different things.
like when you talk about John
Bodily
Waters,
fluid. Oh,
I mean,
yes.
I don't know. I haven't actually, admittedly, I haven't watched many films, but for Waters, it's like he did these like indie things so he could get away with kind of gross stuff that wouldn't be approved of by.
That I think the gross stuff was part of it. The films were definitely like a cultural rebellion for sure. Like queer people didn't have a space to express themselves. Like if they were expressing themselves, they had to be like a certain like well-dressed version of themselves. And this movie had like ugly drag queens and piss and shit. So I think part of it was just like, yeah, he had to like no studio would ever finance something like that.
Is there a struggle with like you know, you're working with Amazon. Like, are there things that you're like, I want to fucking make this, but no distributor's going to do it, so I have to do it on YouTube myself?
Well, kind of, a little. I feel like a lot of distributors would do it. It's YouTube that has tight guidelines that I'm not allowed to get away with. Like, I've seen The Boys. Someone crawled into someone's dick, came out the asshole, blood, piss, cum, shit everywhere.
Yeah.
I can't do that on YouTube.
But they were both straight.
They're both actually no. I think they were both homosexuals.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I think that's probably why they were like, well, it's okay. They got punished in the end for their
They
gay
got.
behavior.
They're going to
I know.
hell.
They exploded, and not in the enjoyable way.
I think I would have a lot more freedom nowadays on a bigger platform that gives me the space to create a scene like that. Where, yeah, I mean, I technically could put stuff on YouTube, but it'll go behind like an 18-up wall. You have to have an account. You have to be, an adult.
It almost happened. I put a special on YouTube and it had a lot of suicide talk, and there was porn talk, and we had to. I mean, it was scary because I would have been fucked. I mean, it would not have been watched.
Well, I think we're in a weird era, and I don't think it's going to.
Because all your fans are very young, is what you're saying.
very, very young and impressionable, and
Impressionable,
kill themselves.
Yeah, kill themselves. No, yeah, they're on the brink. Look, here, I think that it's weird that we can't say suicide now. We can't say the word, just inherently, we cannot say the word rape, suicide, or what's the other, killing. We can't say
Porn,
kill.
corn.
Like, this is part of porn. It's like, this is a part of life, and I think by avoiding the words
By
entirely.
sanitizing.
By
it.
Grape
sanitizing,
is
that's-
crazy. To talk about rape and say the word grape is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a, like, kitty-friendly, like, grape. That's a fucking flavor in a cereal box, not what happens to people.
So can I play devil's advocate only because I agree so much, and we could just go, yeah.
And you're about to say grape is not about sex, it's about power.
No. I'm gonna say
Playing devil's advocate.
I'm gonna say God, I hate when you catch yourself self-censoring sometimes. And you're like, it would be funnier if I just said the thing I want to say, but I'm
just
too...
what's gonna happen if
You
you
think
say
I
it?
haven't?
What's
You think
gonna
I
happen
haven't
if-
spent the last
Not
30 minutes being like
you.
I shouldn't have said
Oh.
my type is ugly, man?
Oh, yeah. That's a big word. So, okay, devil's advocate is this. They go, I saw Every Brilliant Thing, which Daniel Radcliffe just did on Broadway, and I love making suicide jokes. They almost put the suicide hotline under the entire special that I put on YouTube.
Yeah.
Truly. And he says in this thing, which is about his mother.
And do you think they should have?
Maybe. I didn't want people to go, you want to watch Gianmarco's special? Help is available.
The special is going to make you want to kill yourself.
This piece, it's not about Daniel. It's written by someone else who wasn't famous enough to do it on Broadway themselves. But it was about their mom who took their own life. And he basically talks about when suicide is done. It's kind of the copycat element of it. That when you talk about it, when you normalize it, there is this study, that study says that it increases people who do it. This is a lot about where language.
People.
It permits people. It makes it more normalized. And as someone who loves to joke about it, it challenges you because it goes like, is there harm to talking about this? But then you see the opposite of it. You see the unalive yourself, don't talk about it. You're like, well, that's crazy.
That's
that's
actually
bad.
crazy. And like, okay, let's do some studies on that and see if that's any better. I don't think it is.
Right. And also, like, every person I have ever been close with who has been actively suicidal, the times when I've been like, yeah, you can call me and I'm not going to call the cops. I'm not going to send you the psych ward. We can joke about it. We can talk about it. That is what has lowered the stakes in their suicidal ideation.
Sure, I got to get this study out. There was something he said, I wish I could look it up, where it's just, there's reasoning behind it. Like, I don't love where it is now at all, of course. Why would any comedian ever love the idea that you couldn't say every single thing you want? Why would any comedian ever love the idea that you couldn't use every possible comedic tool to make a joke?
Right.
But then normal people go, hey, this has consequences.
Yeah, those people don't see where it's punching. Like, it's not you're like, yeah, fucking kill yourself. It's like you can tell, like, where it's people who just say, oh, he said suicide. It doesn't matter what context. I heard the word suicide. Cancel. It's like, no, just say the shit. You are alive in a small fraction between two eternities where you don't exist. Just say it. It's not gonna fucking matter, especially
and
after a
that
week.
fraction can be shorter if you
Kill yourself. This whole episode's
Kill
gonna have a suicide
yourself.
hotline.
Yeah, suck the
Under-
business end of a 9 mil. Sorry, I'm okay. That
That's
was
Billy Eichner.
Ha!
Did your parents like know how to foster your whatever creative being that you are, or were they overwhelmed by not
Why
another
would they
fucking?
be overwhelmed?
They were overwhelmed by a kid who goes, what is this? What is
Tell me
this?
what it is.
Yeah,
And
no,
they're like, it's not very good.
they you know what? It's not easy to raise a prodigy. No, I'm kidding. No, I was very annoying to my parents. I would
By the way, you're
constantly-
not kidding.
By the way, you're not a
I'm
prodigy.
fucking
No,
dumb.
no. I'm saying no, but I'm saying like, you can admit that you see yourself in a.
I don't think I'm a prodigies have. No, I feel like there's a certain there's markers for prodigies, and I'm not. I'm really really good at what I do. That doesn't make me. Anyway, my parents were very permitting of it. They weren't against it, which I'm very happy. And they weren't against what toys I bought. I got in trouble from everyone but my parents when I was 5 years old. I bought a black Barbie doll, and it was my favorite toy for like 2 years. And I loved
Which
all
part
the
did you get in
accessories.
trouble?
Yeah,
for?
we didn't think that Black
Exactly.
Barbie doll was going to be the
Yeah,
end of that
I
sentence.
thought Barbie doll. I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think that the race was going to be the issue.
You can imagine everything. One half of the family didn't like it for one reason, and the other half didn't like it for another reason.
One was very. They were fine with gay people, but they were virulently racist.
Anyway, no, actually, it's weird. They were racist to each other. I mean, yeah.
Oh, right, because there's so many different ways to hate in your family.
Yeah. There's a lot of different, and they collide. And also, it's usually the wife that's Filipino, and the man is the one that's not.
I think you need to demand a Portuguese, Filipino, Scottish, Spanish Barbie. That's what you need.
I know. She just looks like a bunch of.
She just looks like she's been to the beach.
She looks like the tank of like an airport toilet, just like every shade of brown.
I thought
And
like
that is why there is a difference between poop and shit.
There we go. It's about race.
I think based on the color of the Barbie, they're like, it could be this race or it could be that race. Tell your kid whatever. This is for these three. So you got this black Barbie. You bought it. You asked your parents. You said, I want that one.
They never restrict. So this is all going into like, did they support me? Just yes, in every way. They weren't like when I was a kid. I wish
The bar for parents to supporting a child to just be not mad that the kid got a black Barbie doll. That bar is a very low bar.
We live in a fucked up country.
Well, I think it was also like there was a lot of pressure for people. Like people were telling that you shouldn't let them play with that. You should, and like the fact that they were just like, no, keep playing with it. And then they like anything I did, I was constantly drawing like comics because like it involved like drawing, but also storytelling and words and stuff. So I was always making comics, and then and they supported that. And then when I learned how to do stop motion, I was doing stop motion on our Macintosh, and then that turned into videos. And I learned how to do green screen and all that by like 11. And they were never like I kind of always wanted stage parents. I've always wanted parents that like pushed their kids a little too hard.
You wanted stage parents.
I wanted a stage. But my parents believe, and rightfully so. They were like, no, we should let him do what his. We're not going to pressure him in it. But I was like, okay, I want to be an actor. Pressure me in that direction. I did spend. They said no. They tried making me try everything, and I didn't like that. I had to be in soccer, karate, fucking all that shit. And I would literally pick flowers on the soccer field. I wouldn't even play. I would lie
down on the field while the team was on the other side. I hated
Really?
soccer.
I fucking hate sports so much. We'll get into that.
Were people bullying you?
Of course. I was a kid. I was like picking flowers in my little soccer shorts, which already looked gay.
Yeah.
You know, and
was it like homophobic insults? Like, was that what they were leaning on?
Or was it like, hey, we're trying to pass the ball to you?
Right.
You're
It's one of
being
those
a bad
flashbacks.
teammate.
It's one of those flashbacks. You're like, they were totally cool with my sexual preference. They were like, could you please
just pass the ball?
Pass the ball.
We love date whoever you want to date. We're so supportive. Just will you run suicides with
I
us?
also ate other kids' snacks that their parents would bring. Because there are a lot of they would be up like practicing, and they're just coolers of snacks.
They're like, hey man, you're like, whoa, homophobic much?
Yeah.
What the fuck? But you were bullied.
But when you're a little kid, they're not advanced enough to know like the aspect of a homosexual. You're a gay. It's like it was more of like you're a girl. Or like I don't know. And then it started turning once we started understanding. Oh, there are gay people. Well, you're gay. You know, then like about middle school era, like locker room.
Did you get called gay?
There was no real bullying.
No,
where
today
I
was the first time that insult ever flew at him.
No one's even thought of it until just this moment right now. No, it was actually it was a gay teacher in 5th grade. It was a private middle school, but we had a teacher who was openly gay, which felt like unique, at least this era.
Yeah, sexy.
And I was dancing before class, and he said, Gianmarco, I have a husband, or Gianmarco, I have a boyfriend. That's the gayest thing I've ever seen. So what was funny is the first person, and it was said with warmth.
Really funny.
It was said with warmth, but it was
pretty
That's awesome.
But
That
it was
teacher.
an older gay man was the first guy to ever call me gay.
That's what
It was his first man to suck my dick, first man to call me gay. I've had a lot of experiences.
Yeah, no, you might be gayer than me. I don't know.
Please, if there's one guest we've had where that's not the case.
Oh, thank you. Have you had any other homosexuals on this show? Am I the
I think
first
almost
one?
exclusively.
Oh.
No, quite a number.
Oh, yeah? Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
of course, I'm a theater.
Many queer comics.
Okay.
What's something in your career that you would like to achieve that you haven't? That you would like to do that you haven't?
Land an audition.
No, you don't. Stop it.
No, I do. And I've thought long and hard about this. I get asked this question at panels. I've answered this question a million times. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Look, I have never, any role I've ever had has been either someone, like a friend of mine giving me the part, or a producer who knows me, who gives me the role, or just, or I get offered. I've never been like, you know what, come in for a callback. And then no one's ever been like, you know what? We select you out of all these people. We're going to choose you out of all these people. I've never gone in through the front door. And it has been an unbearable itch on my back that I can't reach.
And it'll never happen. You'll never know if they want you authentically based on the fact that, you're you.
I don't know.
You bring
I don't
things
wanna
to the
know.
table.
Hey, look,
That's
look.
why I went out to play with an agent, and she said, would you ever do theater? And I
You played with an Asian?
What? Yeah, play by an agent.
Oh,
Asian agent. No, Jewish.
Oh.
Probably liked Asians, but Jewish.
Yes.
And it was like, will you do theater? And I said it's not a good conversation to have. But what I'm going to tell you is that I don't think I'm a good enough actor to do this. You're going to tell me, yes, you are, and I'm never going to believe anyone who says it, because the only reason I would get put in a theater piece right now is because they know I'd sell
Because
tickets.
your draw.
And the only way I'll ever know of my worth is if I get hard canceled. And someone still puts me in something. That's the only way.
Your career could just take a big downslope. You don't have to actually get canceled.
Yeah.
You could just sort of fail for a while.
Sure. I wouldn't be the first comic.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, oh, it's you, and so maybe I got the. But you know what? Let that be up to the universe.
But it never was anything other. In the past, you get an audition. They knew someone. They're really
But
good
I
looking.
understand,
I
but-
feel like with good looking people sometimes. Not that we're all good looking people at this table. But I mean, like when you're stunning, I wonder if like you're constantly haunted by this thought.
You can
We'll have
always
to
say,
ask
did I
one
get
of
it
our
because
friends.
What of they're only casting me because I'm so beautiful?
Yeah, or
That's
every
so
aspect
funny.
of life.
That's so funny. No, they're not haunted by that thought. I can tell
They're
you.
just happy and content.
Yeah, they are
They're
just getting
so
things.
happy.
Yeah.
Hot people are just getting things.
I think it haunts them in their 30s, 40s. I think once
When they
those
lose
roles,
the
when
beauty.
you realize what it was that was getting you those roles, then you start to go, oh, that's when the real like. Oh,
Yes.
okay. So now that this is gone, this is what I'm left with, and you better be a goddamn good actor, comedian, whatever the fuck it is.
Yes.
Because one day,
Or hang, or like
But I don't think
personality.
any of them, when they get a role, they're not going, God, they didn't really want me for me. They just want me because
Yeah.
my cheekbones are so wide. That's yeah.
But
But that's one of the things that I love about stand up. Like there is, I mean, the problem is if it's fans, it can be tough. But there's moments where like if you go into a room and you go with people who don't know you and you can make them laugh, that truly is
Right.
one of the few times where you go like, I did that.
Now I will
did
say,
that.
Yeah.
what you look like still is a part of that. Like being
I had to
hot
overcome
enough-
being turning them on.
yeah,
to making them laugh.
Yeah, turning them off. You walk up, they're horny, and then you start talking, and they go, "Oh no!" But then they still laugh at the end of it. That's a real achievement, Gianmarco.
I think when we talk about women, like just the society and their looks, I think often about comedians, women comedians, and
Yeah.
like the challenge of like, do I look like
Do I look good or
sexy
bad?
on stage? Do
Oh,
I want to
totally.
be like a fucking like so hot, or is it
Oh,
like
it's
is that
impossible.
counter to being funny?
Yes, it's impossible. Yeah.
Let's go on to our next segment. This got to stop.
This has
This
gotta
line has
stop.
to come to an end. Big, small, personal, private. Chloe, do you have a this has got to stop?
Yes. Wait.
I have one. I'll do mine first.
Okay, you do yours first.
This is deep and cultural. So I have a thing I complain about how in spin classes you can't take off your shirt, and I sweat a lot, and I think it's just weird.
Why can't you take off your shirt?
They have a no nipple policy at SoulCycle, and people are tired of hearing me talk about it. But I used to think it was a very American thing.
Yeah.
I like, especially there'd be like a hotel gym, and this makes me so mad. You see the window, big glass window to the pool. Everyone's shirtless in the pool,
Right.
and you're here, and you're like, I got to wear a shirt here. I see there. I went to Nice, in France, vacation with my girlfriend, and we're leaving the beach, and I go onto the sidewalk. Beaches, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I am stopped by the police saying, sir, put on your shirt. And I was like, what the fuck
But in
is going
French.
on? Monsieur. And they say in French,
Votre chapeau. That's your hat.
and I was like, I could not believe it. I could not believe it. That you'd have to put on your shirt. And I think
Yeah.
about Los Angeles. Like, I walk down the street with my
Right,
shirt off.
right.
Let alone, I'm in a beach town. It's 90,000 degrees, and the beach is right there. And on the sidewalk, they're enforcing a no shirt policy. And I was like, I guess the Nazis left more of a mark here than I thought. It made me so goddamn mad. And at least SoulCycle, I could be like mad at the people. This was like the whole country. This is a rule. Sacre bleu.
That is so weird, though. Like the shirt thing. You can have your shirt off here, but you step 5 feet over here, and you better put that thing on, pervert.
Yeah.
Also-
They didn't say pervert, thankfully.
Yeah.
Pervert, they'd be fine with.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
yeah.
Yeah.
They probably go, well, the problem is if you let them take it off here, then they take it in here, and then you never have your shirt on ever. It's so hot. And I go, yeah, well, fuck off. Let me take off my goddamn
It's really
shirt.
fucking hot. Let me.
And by the way, it was a beach where you could take your tits out. And I can't put on my
Well, honestly, there is sort of an ultimate equality then that you cross this line and everyone can take their shirt off, and you cross this line and no one can take their shirt off. That is, I'm sort of down for that.
I'm a nudist in my goddamn soul. That's why I always bring up nudity. In my heart, I am a nudist, and I hate. This rule.
Are you the naked person? When you had roommates in apartments,
It's tough.
Were you the naked roommate?
I would underwear roommate for sure.
I'm
Living
the
room,
naked
just
roommate.
underwear.
Yeah, I'm naked a lot.
Naked.
I guess with roommates, it's often
Let me
naked.
tell you,
Naked. Like if I'm sharing a
I was
hotel
woman,
room.
you couldn't keep my tits covered for all the money in the goddamn world.
I like this is a scenario where people are trying to keep them covered.
No.
Look at them! Look.
But that's what you mean. You mean shirtless.
No, I mean like now I walk around naked in my own apartment. Like I know that, and I'm alone, but my windows are open. Like, and I live on the first floor. Like I know that so many of every single neighbor in every single place I've ever lived
Same.
has seen me so naked.
Absolutely same. We
Yeah.
didn't have curtains for so long, and I was
Yeah,
every once in a while like I'm gonna get arrested.
Yeah.
Do I forget what I walk around naked. I live alone. I like to think my place is haunted and those ghosts have to watch me do things.
Yeah.
What's your this gotta stop?
They're making airport restaurants too fancy.
Okay.
I think that airports are supposed to be a place of sadness. And now they are making these airport restaurants the weird like in between. It's all like brass lighting fixtures with white globes, and then there's like a brass rail around the bar, and then you have to sit at the bar, and it's like I'm already gonna pay $21 for a turkey sandwich. And I understand that there's an argument to be made of like, I'd rather pay $21 in a turkey sandwich in a fancy place. Except the thing is that it is just the thinnest little sheen of fancy because 3 feet that way, I am watching a kid puke on carpet. And so
Yes.
it's like, don't try to fool me. It feels like they're lying to
And
me.
if the food doesn't match, I would rather
doesn't
have a
match.
decent turkey sandwich and I'll eat it out of the fucking trash can.
Yes.
Than a shitty and look at the music.
And the fancier the restaurant, then the shittier the food tastes. Where it's like, if I walk up and it's a shitty
Yes.
airport bar, and then the sandwich is like fine, I'm like, that wasn't so bad.
Yes.
But when it's like, hi, we're the chain of the latest cocktail bar, and we're here at the airport. We're across from G33. It's like, you're not supposed to fucking be here.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me. Don't do this.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Let an airport be a place of sadness.
Yeah.
And now malls are supposed to be a place of happiness. An airport now feels like a mall, but it's like a fakey weird. What is the not Silicon Valley? What's the subversive valley?
Simi Valley.
No. What's the
Oh, you're talking about the Uncanny Valley.
Uncanny Valley.
Uncanny Valley.
The
Yeah.
uncanny valley of fancy but not fancy. And it's like not a full mall, not a real mall. And now malls are a place of sadness. And it's just like, I just don't
I
want
get that. I get that.
I hate it.
Airports. I got a book about airports. I'll tell you about where it's how they got so bad. But
I would love
Okay.
to read it.
give me one decent salad.
I
place.
genuinely love airports, but I love them for what they are. I love them honestly.
Should we go to Singapore? Go to the Singapore airport.
Okay.
This is the legendary one.
All right.
And see what an airport could be.
Yeah,
Okay.
they blow you there.
I probably.
Yeah.
Do you ever discuss?
Yes. Oh wait, what do I have? Please stop doing this.
We'll change it. For
It's a
you.
temporary one. I think we could do 10 years.
stop.
This has got to stop for a decade.
Okay.
People need to stop having kids. I don't care what you have to say. Those pussy turds. Do we need them for 10 years?
Pussy turds. Jesus Christ.
Have you asked
Well,
anyone?
there's a difference between a pussy and a turd.
And I'm sorry if anyone here is a fucking parent. I really am. But if you ask any parent, why did you have your child? Ask any one of them. You will never have a satisfying answer. Well, I just want to be a dad. I just really want to be a dad. It's my kid. It's never like we have a population problem and we're running out of people and we need more. No,
Because the farm is dying.
yes.
Yes.
Give me. If I just had one good reason, I would change my mind.
It's funny for like the Irish Catholic famine reasons to be the only one that you would accept.
I'm just saying, a decade. Would we miss them? And think about how happy you'll be to see a baby after 10 years. Think about it. Like, oh, everyone will want to see photos
children
of
of
your
men
kid.
in real life.
What?
He wants children of men in real
this
life.
a Nazi
yes, Is that
movie?
a movie? A Nazi movie?
Wow.
Is it a
okay.
Nazi movie?
Sorry that I'm quoting a bro movie here. To
Yeah,
do
sorry, wrong.
Non-bros. Yeah,
Wrong.
no,
2
not
gays.
read the room, I suppose.
Look, you have two fairies sitting across from
Yeah,
you here.
yeah,
Look,
yeah, yeah.
I just think
I
a
think it would fix the
decade.
pedophile problem.
They will starve.
It'll wean them off.
Yeah.
But then when they get to the Herbert age, then
We'll have to look after that first batch of babies real close.
We have to guard them. But everyone will guard them because everyone will be happy to see a baby, some more than others, but they'll be protected. Do you understand?
I do. I agree wholeheartedly.
I think we should do. I don't know how you'd enforce it.
It would be rough. It would kind of be the opposite of what the
Lot of
Republicans
trash
are trying to do
bins.
right now.
A lot of Medisafe trash.
A lot of
Are
you
you
know
saying-
those
you're not
those
saying-
DoorDash robots. You'd have to do Planned Parenthood ones just on the go.
Well, or if they
knocking down
find
the
if
doors.
they, or
the little delivery robots.
Yeah.
Throw the sloppy mess in there. Look, if you see it, and if you see a child, if someone got one under the table, popped one out, and now it's starting to grow up, I'm just saying, if anyone in that 10-year bracket, executionable.
That would be
the
fun.
kids or the parents?
The kids.
You know what? Actually, now you've got me
Parents.
thinking. That's actually probably
Keep
how
them
we
around.
enforce it. Parents go with them.
Yeah, you'll think twice about having a kid if it means you die.
And society. I'll
Yeah.
give
If
society.
it means your kid dies, that's a different story.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, and I agree, and we endorse it.
It
Yeah.
fixes the economy, gets rid of pedophiles.
Does it fix the economy?
I
don't
think
know.
Japan's having a real problem because not enough
Yeah,
people are
yeah,
having
yeah,
kids.
I think
it's
it's
kind of the
tough.
opposite of the whole problem we're
I
having
don't
as a
care. I don't
society.
make kid content. I don't live off them. Fuck them. Well,
You're saying don't fuck them.
Don't
fuck
fuck
them. Yeah.
Our final segment. You better
Our
count your
final segment.
just
don't
finally,
fuck kids.
just straight people, just do it in the ass. It's often tighter and it's more fun.
I know. I
It's
tried
more
once.
fun for one person.
Well,
I think guys enjoy it too. Final segment. You better count your blessing.
no.
This is something we're thankful for, grateful. It can be sincere. Chloe, start with us. What's your blessing for today?
I am grateful for the romantic tension of being one of the last two tables in a restaurant as it's past closing time. And that you and your friend at that table are looking over at the other table who are still in the restaurant, knowing that you are keeping a bunch of hardworking, undocumented people at that restaurant. And the two tables are looking at each other, being like, well, I'm not leaving if you're not leaving. And you're, like, you're not
The
really
support
focused.
for being a bad person.
Yeah, you're not really focused on
It's like a firing squad where only one person has the bullet. You don't know whose fault it is that they're still there. You get to share. it.
exactly. You're like, it's not my fault if it's their fault, and they're like, it's not our fault if it's their fault, right? And you're not really focused on the conversation that you're having at your own table anymore. You're just sort of keeping 40% of your eyes on the other table, being like, they're still here, and they're still whining their glasses. It's fine. We can hang out. We can stay here. And the bartender is loudly cleaning in the background.
And this is at the airport restaurant. That is way too fancy for its own good.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, really restaurant themed. I didn't mean to do so restaurant themed.
Listen,
but...
it's what our lives are. My blessing, when we were in Nice, we went to Monaco, which is a different country.
Yes.
And we crossed the border, no passport needed. And there was an open air cinema. And we watched The Odyssey, which was crazy because normally when you're in different countries, sometimes it'll be like Marty Supreme's coming out 6 months after the fact. Open air cinema. I start smoking cigs. I never smoked cigarettes really in my life. But then when I go to Europe, I'm like, give me these fucking cigarettes. And in an open air, brutal heat, but then a nice wind as it got darker, to watch a movie outdoors as it gets darker. It was one of the highlights of my year.
Wow.
This beautiful, and I love an open air movie theater. I don't see a lot of movies.
I can't even imagine an open air cinema. Is it like Red Rocks?
No, it was near a mall, but it was by the ocean, so like a beautiful backdrop of the ocean, and
The
then
screen is in front of the ocean.
yeah, then a big seating area on the top floor of like a parking lot, but then a gigantic screen, and the feeling of getting to have nightfall as you take in your like long form art.
That is crazy.
And you're just
Wait, does
like,
the movie start playing during the day?
No, it
While the
starts.
sun is up?
It was at 9:30 to warm you up. They played a full Mr. Bean. They played Mr. Bean, and it was beautiful.
Europeans.
Another blessing is like a short film. A short film before the big film, and of a totally different character and texture. And Mr. Bean, I look at Mr. Bean and you go like, man, you were pretty incredible what you did.
Yeah, he was like Pee Wee Herman for British people.
Yeah, a straight Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah. Well, Pee Wee Herman had no sexuality. If anything, he was straight. He had girlfriends.
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, so
Pee Wee
did
Herman,
Stephen
not Paul
Sondheim.
Rubens.
Yeah. Oh, Pee Wee Herman. Oh, Pee Wee Herman. Oh, sure.
A comedian conflating
I'm
Paul
sorry.
Rubens and Pee Wee Herman.
I'm not used to queer comedy.
Yeah, I know.
What's your blessing?
Sorry,
Well,
he's straight.
What's my blessing? I don't know. I like marijuana. Oh, this is supposed to be something that happened to me very recently.
It can be anything that you feel that's been warming your heart of late.
You know what? I'm just happy that my family still talks to me after all of they don't agree with not all of them necessarily agree with my comedy. I'm so happy I'm able to forge this life and still I got a text from all of them saying happy birthday, and
I meant to say happy birthday yesterday.
So that was
Happy
my way of
birthday.
working it in, and I was hoping you'd beat me to it.
I got
before
you a
this
black
point in the
Barbie.
Yeah. If she is one shade lighter than my original, you're out of here. And this is your show.
So your family still they all
Yeah,
wish you
there's a
happy
point, and I'm
birthday.
glad. I'm happy that I get to have them in my life. I've never been closer with my brother. You know what? And I'm sure the two of you can having any form of success, fame, stardom of any kind makes you really appreciate the people who were there with and for you before you had anything to offer them.
Yeah.
That and the fact they're still around,
Yeah. Foster them now, Chloe. Tell people where they can find you.
Do you think my Jeff Goldblum impression isn't going to break me? It's pretty good. It's a pretty good one.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Tell people where they can ingest your work. I know there's so many different ways.
I'm Brandon Rogers. You can type me into the fisting section and OnlyFans. No shade against fisters. Actually, I know a few. No, I just any hole Brandon Rogers. Just type
There's
it
no
in.
way you're fisting with these gigantic mittens you got.
Oh, I didn't say they survived. I'm goddamn
that's how you get-
Thanos over here.
That's how you're getting rid of the 10-year-olds.
Can you imagine snapping your fingers inside somebody's colon?
Yeah, but then you can't come out with a little prize. That's gotta hurt having someone snap inside of you like that.
Yeah, that was.
I don't think it can be done.
You ever been boofed?
Remind me, boofs. We've talked about it on a
Cocaine
podcast once.
up the ass. Usually, it's better if someone else does it.
Well,
for a whole host of reasons.
Yeah, that's like yeah, like
you're comedians. You're from New York. You've been boofed. You have. Don't come on.
And it just you get it faster. You get the high faster.
I don't know. You ever been poofed? That's what's through the pee hole.
Oh, that sounds rough.
Cocaine through the pee hole?
You a poofer?
There's no wait. Hold up. If you're
You
boofing,
know, or like you agree, or you're surprised.
How do you go do it?
he's joking. It's just his queer comedy, Chloe.
Yeah, there's something queer about putting cocaine up a pussy. unless you're someone else with a pussy putting, or you're
Good.
Or,
Thank you. There were going to be some comments about that one.
Yeah. And
Anyway.
If you put cocaine up an asshole, you're spilling that cocaine everywhere.
Not if you're a pro.
You'd have to be spread for there to be no
you
spillage.
what are you putting it? Are you putting it on a finger?
Yeah, you put a
As
finger.
opposed to a what?
You
Your
put it
elbow?
Well, I'm saying
your-
you don't have to spill it. If you like lick your finger, dip it in, and then
Oh, if you lick your fingers, sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to be a freak
You know,
about
I
it.
feel like the average person who's never heard of it doesn't need it explained this much. I feel like this is a front. I feel like it's pretty obvious what it is, and you're really unfamiliar. I think you boofed right before this.
Chloe, where can people find you?
I'm at Chloe Badcliffe on all social platforms. Is this gonna come out before August 19th?
Probably.
I'm doing my solo show called Cheat about how I've cheated in all my relationships at Joe's Pub August 19th and 20th.
Your boyfriend's ugly and you've cheated. Find me everywhere.
He's
Gianmarco
handsome
Soresi.
and I haven't cheated on him, but
Boofing doesn't count, though. Getting boofed is not cheating.
yeah, that's doing drugs.
Oh yeah, that's good to know.
Unless it's with it
Unless
has to be
it's
with
gay.
a finger. Oh, yeah.
Join the Patreon, patreon.com/downside. Bonus episodes, early access. Thank you, Brandon Rogers. And the joke, I already told you, Chloe, but the joke I wanted to do about your movie at Just for Laughs was she was in Is This Thing On? And my joke was, is this thing on? Not after 5 minutes. And we cut it because nobody saw it.
It wasn't even on for one.
I did see it. Watch Chloe. She's phenomenal in it.
Thank you.
And you too can start a stand-up comedy career by doing open mics at the Comedy Cellar on McDougal Street. This is The Downside.